listener, no question, this is a Hall of Famer. This is one of the funniest episodes we've done in a while. We have an incredible guest, Ashley Burch. She's known for her voice acting on a lot of really popular video games, playing a lot of queer characters. So we get into queer people in video game media. We get into a lot of video game talk. It is so funny. And if you're not a big gamer, it doesn't matter because Maddie's not really a big gamer, but somehow it just all worked in the funniest way. So yeah, it's really, really good. Definitely stick around for this one, no matter what your interests are, if you just want to laugh. And as always, I'm going on tour. Cleveland, Richmond, Virginia Beach, San Diego, Grand Rapids, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Boston. That's enough. You get it. And then as always, to get the unedited versions of these podcasts and 4 bonus episodes a month and my live stream. What am I not offering? Go to patreon.com/WHGS. A lot of new listeners. You can donate as little if you're on the fence, but you're like, I like this. Donate $1. Keep us going. If everyone did that, we'd have plenty of money to give everyone a massive salary and everyone would be so happy. So donate a singular $1. Have fun.
I have gay sex as my video game characters like all the time, actually. I think every single video game character I've ever played has been queer.
Video games are kind of like a safe place to have queer representation, isn't that?
Well, it's so funny because there's agency for the viewer. So they can't be like, why is this character gay? It's like, you just pressed A to you're gay.
All right. Well, thank you for...
Should I have done that?
We need your clap the most of all.
Okay, great. I'm glad to provide.
I've never said that to anyone, that I need your clap, but
just thought it.
Maybe it's a new time for me where I want to be so close to someone that I need...
That you get their clap.
That I get their clap. You know?
Yeah. That's a modern romance.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That level
of
intimacy. Yeah.
What happened to that? Wasn't there like a super clap going around? Wasn't there like a...
Was there?
Or super gonorrhea? Alex, can you Google? There was some crazy STI.
Recently?
I hope that was the scientific term, was super gonorrhea.
I don't think I'm joking.
Was this the thing at the bathhouse in Williamsburg? Did
Oh,
you hear about
the
that?
bathhouse.
No. There's like a bathhouse here that like people were like going on TikTok being like, don't go there. I got a UTI because they like don't clean the water.
Oh,
and everyone was just like
God.
marinating in cum apparently and like, getting sick.
Okay, well, I have really strong opinions about this because I was a recent new member at Bathhouse.
Everyone is getting into bathhouses. What is this?
I've been into Bathhouse, baby.
Wow, okay.
I love cold plunging. How do you not know
really
about
great.
that?
Have you ever done this? Have you ever gone to like a Korean spa or anything like that?
No, I haven't. I should.
They rule.
I should.
They really are great. I have
They're
to say.
it's like such an incredible, you feel so good after like doing the hot and then the cold. Do you hot cold, Ashley?
Yeah, I do hot cold. I have friends that really like getting scrubbed by the Korean grandmas. I'm not a huge fan of that.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, you might like that part. Yeah, so they wear, I don't know why they do this to them, but they have them wear like like kind of frumpy lingerie, and then they just scrub the shit out of your body and like sloth water on you.
I just want to make clear that I'm not doing that.
I would like to make it clear that I would like to do that. That sounds awesome.
You're surrounded by your dead skin, which is also a weird thing.
Surrounded.
Yeah, because they scrub you so hard that they get like a layer of epidermis off of you. So you like, it's like they took a year off of your life.
That's how you know she's into this, that she called it epidermis rather than skin.
I'm a scientist. I don't know if you guys know.
You have an incredible, like, I love you already. So this is for the listener at home. This is Ashley Burch, famed of the Horizon series, which I'm not personally. Can you? Was it what? I'm not getting the name right. The
no, that's right. Horizon. Yeah, the Horizon.
Okay, I did. I got it.
Series.
But it has like a longer name.
It does. Both. It's a game franchise. The first game is called Horizon Zero Dawn, which, if it doesn't make any sense, that's correct. It doesn't make any sense until you play the game. And then the second one's called Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay, cool. And so there are going to be a lot of listeners who know your work intimately and are obsessed with you. And I'm really excited for them
that's
to like
nice.
be in the comments. I know this because I know my fan base very well. And I know that they have played this video game.
Yeah. Were you a big gamer before you started working on this? Like, had you?
Yeah, I kind of grew up gaming. Apparently, I found a home movie once of me like with like waddling around with an NES controller that's not connected to anything. So I was like a gamer from like the jump, basically. Yeah, and I got into I wanted to voice act because of video games, and
right.
Yeah, so kind of my whole life has been based around games.
I'm a pretty big gamer. I don't know that one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, but I am. Right now I'm replaying Final Fantasy X Remastered.
Nice. Hell
And
yeah.
the amount of hours that I've put into this. And that was like the first game that like I played it and I cried. I don't know if you played it.
I have, yeah.
It's a very emotional game. Now that I'm playing it back, I'm like, you little pussy. Like, you cried at this? But at the time, the graphics were crazy. I'd never seen a game like that. Like, it was fully a movie. And that was like, I think
literally how I felt playing like Nintendogs on the DS. Giving them the Korean body scrub. Like, I would just sit there and like wash the dogs for like hours. And I was like, this is like passing the Turing test. Like, I don't know. This is like my dog.
There's like a whole contingent of gamers that are like waiting for another, like, Nintendo, stop avoiding us. When are you going to drop another Nintendogs?
I would buy a DS just to do that. Dude,
Fully.
That, and I would buy a GameCube to play Super Monkey Ball 2.
Yeah, we've talked about Super Monkey Ball.
I'm fucking obsessed. Did you ever play
Super Monkey Ball rules. Yeah, it's so good.
I love that you specify 2, though.
I only ever played 2. I'm sure 1 is fine.
Fuck the other Super Monkey Balls.
I don't even know what goes on down there. Yeah.
Who's your favorite character in Final Fantasy X?
Oh my God. Great question. Well, Jen, my girlfriend, super into Lulu. Every time
that was my guess. She's such a babe.
Will you pull up
fill me in
Lulu
because I'm
for Maddie? Maddie's gonna fuck with Lulu so
I'm
hard.
like a fake gamer. I just listed the only 2 games I ever played. Like, I'm like so.
No, you're gonna love Lulu.
I don't know why.
You're gonna get wet for Lulu.
I feel like I should be into video games. Like, I feel like everything about me points to. I'm just like so bad at them.
Sure.
I truly almost can't enjoy them because I'm like I can't, like, I'm like really bad at them.
That's not your fault, by the way, because I feel like at a certain point they just started making games only for people that have played games previously, like dual analog.
Whoa, interesting.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's too hard.
Whoa, we are getting into it right now. I don't know why I didn't think this would go this way, but we are getting into it.
Oh, that's a cool girl.
Yeah, like, doesn't she look like she lives in Brooklyn right now? Actually,
That's so funny.
don't they look like they live in Brooklyn right now?
Oh, so true. Lulu is for sure like they them.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can see how big her
awesome.
titties are, but she also like leans over and they like jiggle seductively after she wins like battles. So every time,
Just the idea that someone needs to like build a custom PC that like needs to be like cooled down just to run like well, 'cause she has to bend down in the titties after jiggle, so that is why I need to.
and that's why
like a bigger chick.
That's why the game was so successful. It was that. I mean, it was the first realistic game. I mean, in a way.
Wow.
I mean, look, it did not help. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so I'll be playing that, and Jen will walk by and be like, "Hot for what? Like jiggling for what?" She fucking loves
so
Lulu.
funny.
But I think I'm like sort of a hack, and I just love the Titus or Titus or whatever Una romance. I mean, that's what I really. That's what
that's sweet.
You know,
that's what you really connect to. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess now, like in terms of, I'm playing. Okay, listener at home, I'm sorry. I'm playing to fill the sphere grid for everyone right now. So, and I'm really
Oh shit, you're in it, dude.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry that was a sentence that I said.
It's okay. I didn't know what it meant.
Right,
It was
exactly.
like lorem
And
ipsum.
It made perfect sense to me.
Right, and the fact that it did is so fucked up. Like no one should know that.
I know.
I should be alone in this.
Well, what's more fucked up is that the last time I played Final Fantasy X, I mean, I was in high school in my defense, but I spent straight up like, I'm not a fucking loser like some of the other Ashleys on this podcast. Just kidding. I played Blitzball for like 3 hours.
Yes. So okay,
That's all I did for
Can
like
we
3
talk
hours.
about this? Why is Blitzball so hard?
Why is it so hard? Okay, Maddie, so you know.
Yeah, I was like, this is
Blitzball-
like those like the like headlines where like boomers listening to Gen Z saying, where I'm like, this is Skibbity Toilet.
This is Skibbity Toilet.
Which also, by the way, I still don't know what Skibbity Toilet is. I was like, yeah, totally. It's so crazy they don't know that.
I can just see the view count like absolutely plummeting right now. But
So Blitzball is like, it's like a sphere filled with water. It's like the sphere in Vegas.
Yes, it's the Vegas sphere.
Right? It's
filled
the
with
Vegas
water.
sphere, but filled with water, and they play soccer in it, basically.
But like it's like a
Can they
mix
breathe
between
underwater?
handball and soccer. All the characters can breathe underwater, except
Yes.
kind of not. It's like a little bit weird.
Kind of not?
because there's
Yeah,
a
they don't
couple,
bother explaining it.
There's fully don't explain why only Riku, Waka, and Titus can do some of the water. Whatever. Okay, this is so
Here's a
deep.
zoom out. Here's a zoom out of Blitzball.
I want to go in there. I want to live there in the giant
But
water
here's the thing,
ball.
Maddie.
That looks awesome.
Whenever like big time gamers, like both the Ashleys in the chat right now, play Blitzball, we play Blitzball the way you play any other video game. No one knows how to play it. No one is good at it. It doesn't make any sense. The rules, the controls, like it's almost like it was purposefully made to be incomprehensible.
Hilarious.
Absolutely, yes, 100%.
And I'm totally avoiding playing Blitzball right now because I want to get Waka's celestial weapon. I'm so sorry. I cannot believe that I'm talking about the sphere grid. I'm talking about celestial weapons.
I'm so delighted. You have no idea. This is my favorite interview I've done in years. If we just spent the rest of the podcast talking about Final Fantasy X, I'd be happy. This is excellent.
What are you playing right now?
I am playing a game which is going to sound even more incomprehensible, which is called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Have you heard of this?
Is it indie?
It's indie.
Cool.
So it's an Annapurna game.
Very cool.
It's like a genre of game that I don't love this name, but it's called Thinky games. It's basically like an escape room, but as a game. But it's like an escape room if David Lynch made it.
I am so locked in right now.
You don't have to be good at games to play this, by the way.
Wait,
it's like easy to control.
This sounds fucking awesome.
So we're at a point now where
It's
like
really good.
yeah, Thinky game is actually a pretty good description because like
It is.
That's actually something I love about Final Fantasy X is it's turn based, so you can like really put the controller down and like think about your next move.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very interesting.
Low
Okay,
stress.
Cool. I'm gonna look it up. What platform is it on?
I'm playing it on a Steam Deck, which is gonna make it's like I just said the level of nerdness that I am exhibiting.
I'm gonna take
is
you to the
just
next. I'm gonna let
increasing.
you do this, and then I'm gonna one up you.
Okay, great. Steam Deck is a portable gaming system that you can play Steam games on. So Steam is like the platform that you can play any game on, basically. They usually play on computer, but now they have like a handheld version. So I just like sit on my couch and play.
It's a Switch, but you can play anything.
Got it.
Basically.
It's a Switch, you can play anything.
So
Yeah, that's a much better explanation.
Here's what I did recently, and this has to be the end of this. If you can,
I like it.
I love that you like
Okay.
it the way that our audience is gonna like it, which is like I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like I should enjoy it.
Well, and I like grew up around people who play video games. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like so like tangential to like I'm like, oh, I'm bad at video games, but I was like sitting there losing to like friends who were like ranked in Super Smash Bros. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, oh, I enjoy the culture of this. I'm just really bad at it.
Do you?
So you loved video games in the same way that you're queer.
Hilarious. Where everyone's like, that's you, right? And I'm like, somehow not as much as you think. But a little bit, yeah.
The fact that you're a gamer boy's girlfriend is so upsetting. You're a gamer boy's she/they girlfriend.
Oh,
Wait, for real?
My God, that's so funny. Just spiritually and in the past and probably the future.
But no, Maddie is
That's so
our
funny.
our hall monitor to keep me from getting canceled. No longer needed. I like Maddie is a gay virgin, so
We always say that.
Oh, nice.
In a way that's yeah, I'm not a virgin, but I am a gay virgin.
Nice.
I'm more here on
Love
my
that.
gender credentials, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's more where we fuck it up a little bit.
But
Right.
the thing that I did recently, so
Yes,
I grew
please.
up and one of my favorite games was to play when I was a kid. It's 1998. The year is 1998, 1999.
You know what you're gonna hate? That's the year I was born.
Fuck you.
Oh, I hate that too, actually.
The game is Age of Empires 2.
Oh, shit.
Age of Empires 2. I fucked with that game for many, many years. I was like, I have to play this game. And every time I wanted to play it, not available on Mac. So I downloaded Crossover. So that I could run Windows on my Mac. I then installed Steam for Windows, DirectX, which is a phrase that I have not thought about in years. Does that ring a bell to you, DirectX?
Yes.
DirectX was a thing that you would do install on your Windows machine for some reason to play video games. To this day,
I still don't understand
know what
why.
it is, but I know I had to download it. So
It was probably just taking our like bank credentials or some shit.
Absolutely stealing your social security number. And I installed that, and then I got it set up on Sam Morrison, my best friend's laptop, so that over the weekend when
You knew Sam Morrison in 1998?
No. This past weekend.
Oh, okay.
So I set it up on his Mac computer too, and we privately gave each other's IPs so that we could play multiplayer Age of Empires 2 from 1999 against each other on the internet.
That's awesome.
Is that not amazing?
I'm so impressed.
Thank you so much. I think I win.
That's
You
pretty awesome.
absolutely win.
That's pretty awesome.
Absolutely win.
And I think we're going to start Twitch streaming it because we're both so bad.
Dude, that's fun.
That's so fun.
Just two gay
That's
people being
amazing.
like, my Byzantines are going to kill you. But like in the reclaimed way. Like I used to get called but now I'm calling you.
You're taking it back.
Yeah, exactly. Ashley, tell us about the new you already told me a little bit about it, but it sounds really good and needed and good for the soul and good for America right now. What's the project you're working on?
Yeah, so it's called I'm Happy You're Here. And it's something that I've had in my brain for like a decade, maybe longer at this point. But it's basically like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but for adults. It has puppets, but there are swears and sex jokes and dick jokes and all that kind of thing. But basically, like, I have an anxiety disorder, and like, I feel like all of my adult friends, you get kicked out of the nest at some point. No one tells you. They just like, you hit like 28 and they're like, you got this, right? And I feel like no one's got this. No one understands like how to navigate mental illness or even stuff like divorce or, you know, like postpartum depression. Like we don't get help anymore after a certain point. And so, yeah, I just had this idea ages ago that having some sort of support that's like comforting and cozy and sweet the way that like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood used to be for us when we were kids, but for adults would be really useful and helpful and soothing. So yeah, we filmed the first episode and I'm going to release it and try to do some crowdfunding, see if anyone's interested in it kind of
Are
thing.
you putting it on
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yeah.
I think it'll dominate on YouTube. I think that's where it's
Oh, that's
supposed
so
to
nice.
be. I'm not even joking. Like,
Dude, I love that idea so much.
First of all, that's where the self-soothers are going.
That's true.
Like,
That's true.
Everyone's looking for something comforting on the internet. Everybody.
Yeah.
And
That's really
so
true.
I think that's where it should be, honestly.
Yeah.
And you're so right. Like, community is dead. Like, what I feel like we didn't have that stuff as adults because we didn't need it, because back in the day you just had your community that surrounded you after those horrible things that happened.
That's such a good
Wow.
point. Yeah.
And we're so isolated, you know,
Wow,
like
yeah.
we do need the community, but in the meantime, as we're learning how to have community, or maybe we're learning how to not have community, you know,
Right.
this can fill in and be that for people, I think.
Yeah, it's such a good point because I feel like so much of, at least, I don't know if it's like millennials or if it's our generation in general or like just the generations that have come, like millennials and previous.
You're not a part of it. I'm tapping you gently. My little Gen Z friend.
But also maybe Gen Z, actually. But I just feel like we're having to relearn how to talk about our feelings. We're having to relearn to like share vulnerability with each other. And I do think you're right. Like in community, you can't, like, if when you were in community, that shit would just come up naturally, probably. Like you would just have people that you reach out to, that you work through the stuff with. And yeah, we're so isolated. And I do think that sometimes the problem with social media as well is that it's like, it's all the calories and none of the flavor of
Yes.
community and intimacy. You know what I mean?
As I said, when millennials are trying to learn about their feelings, Gen Z has the opposite problem. We have to learn how to shut the fuck up. But like, we'll meet in the middle in an actual human way.
But just online. I feel like a Gen Z kid
I would
will-
argue you. Just online Gen Z. Yeah.
you'll get a post of like, just you'll post yourself weeping, and I'll be like, how come you're telling me I'm cringe? Like, that's cringe. How can you tell me that I'm cringe?
How is my photo of me happy on vacation? Cringe.
Right, exactly. Okay, you're mad at a woman for doing a sorority squat. You're literally just left your suicide note in your story.
Oh my god, That's so funny.
Like, excuse me? But then you'll do that, but like you don't have a friend that you can call because you're like, I can't call someone and trauma dump on them.
I'll just trauma dump to the internet.
Yeah, it's like,
That's so funny.
I don't know. The point is that we need you. We need your show.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think, it's the other thing I'll say about it is that it's funny because I just feel like these are heavy topics. Like the first episode's about anxiety. And that's part of the reason I wanted to use puppets too, because it's like a callback to, the shows we watched when we were kids, but also like it's so much easier to talk about this stuff when it's like a puppet going through it than like seeing a human is just sort of sad, but a puppet's kind of funny. A puppet having a panic attack's kind of funny. So
it's so true.
Yeah. So
it makes it lighter. It makes it lighter.
Yes.
Easier to
digest.
digest.
It makes it easy. It's the sugar that makes the medicine go down.
Yeah. Well, I'm so excited for you. And also just for the listener at home, your pronouns and like I don't know anything about I know more about everything other than your sexuality at this point.
You know more about how I feel about Final Fantasy X
exactly
than you do about me as a person. Yeah. I am she, her, and I identify as queer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for being here. I now I'm like,
oh, do we have to go?
No.
Oh, you're like, thank you for being here. I was like, oh.
No, you were so late.
We got the subjects that we wanted to talk about out of the way. We talked about
we hit it?
Age of Empires.
Yeah.
And we're good.
I was like, oh my God.
Well, now I'm like wondering if I can do like a queer themed like video game story, like Alex, you were saying. And I remember when I was so dismissive of you, and I was like, Alex, this is stupid.
Producer brain, producer mind.
Well, I have one in particular. I mean, like, there's always, I don't know if you this.
I like this. I like doing a video game themed story. We should do this.
Let's do it. I don't have much of a story, but so I'm going to more like talk about like thematically some of the ways that queerness, like video games and also internet, I think, but like, I think everyone has the memory, and we've talked about this a little bit, but not in years.
I just know what mine's going to be. Sorry.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Not a virtual experience of your queerness.
We're in my fucking bag.
Bro, I'm sorry,
right
I'm being
now,
so mean to
dude.
you. I'm being really mean. I apologize.
It's okay. It's so funny because I was like, I love this. This is what I do, and you're like, I'm being like really mean right now. And I was like, I thought it sounded cool. Sorry, I fully cut you off though.
But you know what's interesting? I used to play Call of Duty as well. I played a lot of Call of Duty in college, like online, and I had like a little clan going. Mm-hmm. We call them clans.
Yeah, you're straighter than me. Go on.
I know this is the straightest thing that you've said. I have to say. Just even the sentence, I play Call of Duty.
Wait, oh my God, did you see the thing that what's happening right now with the tariffs and then China like not selling earth minerals to the US is literally the plot of like the beginning of one of the Call of Duty video games.
Is it really?
Wait, for real?
Yeah, one of the plots of the Call of Duties is like literally happening right now. Hold up, I'll look it up while you start. Well, this
is why politics
is
so bad for comedy right now because like you can't do hyperbole.
You can't say anything,
right? Exactly, because people are actually saying it. Like you can't playfully make fun or roast or be satirical.
I have it here.
Oh, do you really?
In the plot of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, a cyber attack on the Chinese stock exchange triggers a ban on rare earth mineral exports from China, leading to a second Cold War with the United States.
It's happening.
And I think the rare earth mineral exports just happened because of the tariffs. Like that was like a retaliatory thing or something.
I'm gonna pull a Gen Z and do my suicide note on TikTok. That's it. This is the end.
You're on a live note.
You're on a live note. Yeah, this is
that
it.
way it won't be triggering for people when it happens. Good thing when you actually kill yourself, just make sure to censor the language because then it'll be easier for people to tolerate.
Oh my God, that's so funny. You kill yourself really crossed my boundaries, and
I was really triggered by your suicide, and I just need you to like posthumously somehow make amends.
What was the name of your clan?
I don't remember what our clan was called. It wasn't like a real clan. So one of the kids in it, Gabe. Well, here's how strong the clan was.
What is a clan in this context?
It's like a group of people who play. But by the way, I'm being so nice that I'm just answering and not insulting you. It's a group of people.
Yeah, that was so sweet what you just
did.
Did.
Like we play together against other like teams.
Okay.
And
okay, that's about what I
It's
thought.
an organized team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
FaZe Clan is the most
we really
famous.
kicked ass because Gabe, this kid Gabe, was actually really, really good. Like he could keep up with some of like the professional level gamers. So even
Was he a literal kid?
what's a literal kid?
Like, was he like 13? Because I mean,
Yes.
there's just so many. Was he really?
He was a child. I think that he was like 14 or 15. And I was like 18, 19, 20. And then there were other people, like we were all in that like 5-year age range of each other. Like from 15 to like 20, I think.
Because those are the best at Call of Duty, I feel like.
Yes.
Ages 13 to 15 are your peak.
So
of Call
not
of
to
Duty.
like get very specific, but he would like jump off a like structure, a building with a sniper, spin, and like no look headshot someone.
360 no scope. I've heard this.
I can't believe you didn't know that title, Ashley.
I did, but I was explaining it for Maddie, and
I'm so proud of you, Maddie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Gabe,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
is
I've
amazing.
absorbed some over the years.
this is so crazy that this episode is working.
It's working better than anything's ever worked in the history of the world. I'm having so much fun.
Look at this back. Like, how is this? Who is listening to this right now? Who is the?
Did you ever think in your entire history of your podcast that Maddie would say 360 no scope?
No.
Did you ever think that would happen?
But I'm not surprised that Maddie just yelled 360 no scope before kissing a woman.
This is the straightest gay podcast
This
I've ever
is
been
the
on.
straightest gay podcast ever.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so he could 360 no scope.
Whoa.
Consistently.
Whoa.
Headshot. Like he was so good. And he was always getting into trouble. And I felt this weird thing to like look out for him. Because he was he was getting suspended, and I'd be like, "What are you doing on right now? Like, you shouldn't be on right now." And he's like, "I don't have class because I got kicked out or whatever." And I felt this like thing to like
Like a big sister thing.
Yeah, like a big sister thing.
It's so funny though, because like looking back, the best advice you could give him is like, yeah, start streaming. Don't go to college.
Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, fuck school. Just start. Yeah,
Like
just start a Twitch channel.
100%.
Yeah, I fucked
Yeah.
up bad. I gave him actual valuable life lessons. But yeah, and here's how strong we were. Like one of the people, Betty, she like texted me. She still has my number. And was like, "Sorry, you're coming to LA. Can I like come to your show?" Like, I mean, this is 15 years later, more 18.
That rules.
Almost 20
That's
years
amazing.
later.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I really just a really strong clan, man. Like we really had each other's backs. I had their sixes, you know. But Gabe asked me one time, why are you gay? Like, why did you like choose to do that? And I had to teach this boy that it was not a choice to be. That's what I did for the world. This gamer kid who called people gay on the internet.
I mean, that's like a CIA operation level, like infiltration.
Yeah, truly.
But doesn't
You changed the trajectory of that kid's future for sure.
Possibly. I mean, like, I have no idea what his romantic life was like. I have no idea if he was gay and that was where it was coming from or whatever.
Right,
But
right.
like, I literally had to teach the kid like not to call people gay, and I'm sure he still did it. But just to be there as a representative who's like didn't alienate him from me because he said stuff like that, and was like willing to sit with him and be like, hey, yeah, I didn't choose to be gay. I would love not to be gay, actually. Like, this kind of sucks. At that point in my life, it did kind of suck to be gay.
Right.
It was like another time. There was less representation, less community, stuff like that. So, I had to teach him. Yeah. And so, like, that was maybe I might have been the first gay person that he ever knew.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
But
That's really
so
cute.
it's really not much of a story, but I was doing.
It's a story of a
love
modern
that.
day hero.
This is a war story.
You were
You
fighting
came back from
Russians.
battle.
You were fighting Russians on the battlefield.
Exactly, and we learned that blood was thicker than That's what we learned. Blood was thicker than homophobia. Which
Blood was thicker than cum.
And put that on a pillow.
blood is thicker.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. Wow. Literally, if you said, I'll buy that. That's awesome.
I don't want
Blood
to
is
steal
thicker than
Ashley's
cum.
merch, but should we make blood is thicker than cum merch?
I don't know. Maybe we should all three-way like collab or
We should
something.
collab.
I mean, this is
I
kind
love
of
that.
killing like the cozy Mr. Rogers vibe that you're curating with the project.
I
I'm like,
disagree. I totally disagree. Blood is thicker than cum is the
oh
show.
fuck yeah.
It is
Let's,
the show,
let's
for
collaborate
sure.
on like a pillow or something. A
Yeah.
sticker.
It should have like a doily, like fringy,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like it'll have like a
Embroidered
little
cross
floral
stitch.
embroidered.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Blood
Yeah,
is
yeah,
thicker
yeah.
than cum. I'm trying to think if there are any other.
Also not true unless you're like really sick.
You're so sick.
In which direction, the cum or the blood?
You know, and that was my next thought. Either like
Right.
like
thick blood because you've just like drank so many Red Bulls or whatever. Like just
yeah, or
pounding
like yeah, like thin, like watery cum.
cum. Yeah.
That's true. I mean, to get into it, menstrual blood would be thicker than cum, I think,
True.
right?
That's
I don't
a good
know.
point.
I've never compared.
It's thicker.
I've never compared either, actually. So
Menstrual
sure.
blood,
I guess I
blood
couldn't say.
thicker than cum.
I'm
That's for the scientists in
I'm
Washington to figure out.
a Dune Mentat going back into my archives, and it's thicker for sure. I'm like calculating and carrying the one. It's thicker. I'm using like the little eye pressure test.
Wiggling happens for that to occur.
It's like yeah, because I'm going. I haven't. Yeah, it's going really far back. It's like yeah.
For the cum or the menstruation?
Both have an IUD. It's like so. I got an IUD and I never saw cum or blood ever again. It's all like just it's like you know what I mean. I'm having to go in and do like Arctic core samples from my like uterus to get this, and then use like the eye pressure test at the doctor's office to see which one has more of like a bounce. But it's
You use the needle that
for
we have at
sure.
Jurassic Park to like get the DNA from the dinosaur egg.
This episode is awesome.
It's so sick, dude.
Should the three of us start our own podcast? Just
I would
about,
love that.
Like weird corners of the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, like I was a true gamer. Like, you know, I would put off sex with my girlfriends to play Call of Duty if I knew
go.
like the clan. was coming on.
Wow. Never mind. That's the straightest thing you've ever said. That's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
That's
that
amazing.
level. I was like, no, the clan's coming on in like 15 minutes. I can't.
Damn.
But that's my gay sex from this week. Listener, you might notice there's no ads on this episode. That means that this episode was 100% sponsored by gay people like you. Listener, go to patreon.com/WHGS. You can get up to 4 bonus episodes a month, and that includes our full backlog, plus the live stream of my comedy show, plus a ton of other bonus content. It's the best way to keep this podcast going. And if you donate $1 today, that would have been more helpful for us than listening to the ads. So consider donating $1. One more time, that's patreon.com/WHGS. Ashley, did you have gay sex this week?
I have gay sex as my video game characters like all the time, actually. I think every single video game character I've ever played has been queer.
I
That's
actually
true.
did kind of want to talk to you about that because, like, I have not played these games. Admittedly, I'm not on the bus yet, but I will be. I'm gonna go and download them immediately because I feel like video game characters, it's not always like really. There are definitely some romances, but it is really like.
Right.
Not really about that, it's really one of the only genres where you kind of project the story onto them a little bit from your
Yeah.
experience in playing it. I don't know, like, I guess what
It
from your
depends
perspective.
on the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the game. Like, I probably shouldn't say that every single one of the characters I feel like any time romance has come up for one of my characters, they've ended up being queer. And I've actually played a fair amount of characters where romance was part of the game. Like, I think the first character I ever played was a 13-year-old insane, like, explosives expert. But then she was always hitting on women in the game, so she's queer. And then the next game the big character that I played was in a game called Life is Strange. I played a character called Chloe, and she, like, a big part of her story is that, like, the girl that she's in love with went missing. And then most recently in Horizon, a DLC just came out where my character falls for another woman. So it's just like every single time it's come up, before I came out even, it was like the universe was just pushing me toward
Dude,
these
isn't
gay
it
characters.
so weird how that happens? Where like after you come out, you like look back and you're like, why was I like subconsciously drawn to all this stuff that wasn't even like sexual in nature but was queer? Like I look like all my friends from high school like have later come out like as queer and we're all like queer adults, but we didn't know that at
Right.
the time. But for some reason, we all got along together, and it wasn't sexual. It was just like, I don't know. That's just so
I
interesting.
mean, my friend group in
Yeah.
high school too.
yeah,
Yeah, so many of them are queer. now.
Wow.
Wow, interesting. And they hadn't come out at that point? Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, also
That's
the
really
ones I
interesting.
fucked. But no, but it really that's super interesting. I feel like video games are kind of like weirdly like a safe. It's so much more loaded when it's movies, you know,
Yeah.
and TV. Video games are kind of like a safe place to have queer representation, isn't that?
Well, it's so funny because there's agency for the viewer, so they can't be like, "Why
Yeah.
is this character gay?" It's like you just pressed A to you're gay. You know what I
You're
mean?
fucking gay.
You did the gay thing.
yeah, it's true.
Right.
Look inward.
Like no one ever really got mad at The Sims because in The Sims it's sort of a choice. Like the most liberal thing you can do is give full access to any gender with any like biological sex like linked to like they give you full access to queerness in every direction.
That's true.
And so it's really up to you whether or not.
That's really true. I've also talked to people who like games helped them discover they were trans. Like I spoke to a person once who was assigned male at birth, played Tomb Raider, and was like, "This feels way better. Wait, what is this?" And then over time realized like, "Oh, I'm a
Okay,
woman. That's
to
what
be
this
fair, if I could be Angelina Jolie, I would choose that.
is." Right. Yes.
Like
fair.
that-
Yeah. If you could have polygonal tits that go out a foot, yeah, for sure.
And stay up at all times.
And stay up at all times.
The woman drops from a cliff, her whole body shifts downwards, but the tits stay up. Like, it's incredible.
impervious to gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. That's really interesting that it's like, oh, because it is a medium where you're playing as the person, you are like kind of like trying something on and like
Yeah.
operating in the world as that person. Like that's fascinating.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I will say there are still gamers that are like, "What? Why is this character gay?" Because there are some characters that are like canonically gay and that's it, versus like you choosing who you.
Of
So there
course.
are people that are like that still, of course. But yeah, they're like one of my favorite. I don't know if you've played Ashley Mass Effect. Have you played Mass Effect at all? So it's like my favorite game series, and you can pick either being a woman or a man, and then you get to pick your relationship. So there's a slew of potential bachelors and bachelorettes that you can. It's so funny because it's like a space marine game. Like you're trying to save the galaxy from like evil aliens, but also you can fuck some of the aliens. So
Of course.
so you can choose who you date.
Do the
and
aliens
so-
have gender?
They do, yeah.
Male, female.
Male, female.
That's
yeah.
one of my favorite sort of, not to interrupt you, but my favorite like mini thought
please.
experiment is like what is the biological sex and also the gender of aliens? Like do they have two biological sexes? Do they have like multiple biological sexes? Like how do they interact with each other? Like we really humanify. We really like
Totally.
We do. That's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the like, you know, like the primate evolution?
anthropomorphize is the word that I'm looking for.
You know, like,
Humanify is what I said.
humidifier. We put them in a humidifier.
Yeah.
The like primate evolution chart, if you look at that, aliens are just the way that we've pictured aliens, like skinny, big head, is just the next logical step in that evolution.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the head is just getting bigger, the body's getting slimmer and less hairy. It's like we've kind
Oh,
of filled in the gaps of
Yeah.
like, what would we look like next if we just got smarter and like
Totally.
all
Yeah.
mind, no
Hot
body.
as hell is the answer.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there
I do like alien hot is like right up my
In
fucking
Mass
alley,
Effect,
dude.
one of the races is just like a race of blue lesbians. It's like an all
There's
all
always
women.
a race of blue lesbians in
Yes.
every game.
there really is.
What-
Any
what?
sci-fi game.
Why is there
sorry.
always a race of blue lesbians in every? There's always, and I'll
Because have you met a programmer? That's who makes video games.
but separate from even blue, like there's also like they don't explicitly say lesbian sometimes. Sometimes they have to find like one guy. But like even
Right.
in this, even in Breath of the Wild, which I was playing for a while. Breath of the Wild, by the way, Zelda or Link, very non-binary. Link's
Very
got some,
non-binary.
Link's got some hips, dude.
Yeah, dog. And some of the outfits that he wears are like,
Yes.
Okay, Link. My goodness.
And then you're like, okay, damn. So now I'm trying to link. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like a little femme, like kind of curvy guy. Like,
Let's go.
yeah, he but like there's like a race of an all-female society in that as well. Never
Yes, that's
all-male
true.
societies. I guess because the all-male society is the one playing the video game. But like
Right. Also, they would probably cease to exist because they just fucking murder each other until there was like a guy left.
yeah, and that's the main character in the
that's the main
apocalyptic
character.
world that you're playing. I don't know. Like, have you really thought about like have people reached out to you based on like the impact of the? I'm curious about the impact of like the queer people in these video games.
Yeah, I think it's been it's really meaningful to people. I get that a lot. Especially there's a character I played in a game called The Outer Worlds, who is, I think she's asexual but she is romantically, I'm saying this so wrong. She's gay but asexual.
Homo-romantic.
Gay romance? What is it?
Homo-romantic.
Homo-romantic, but
Asexual.
asexual. And I didn't know that going in, actually. So it was really interesting, like, performing the character and then being like, are they making this character asexual? And then not really trust it, because like, there's no way a game is doing, like, an asexual storyline. And they super did.
Yeah.
It's, like, all about her, like, she meets someone that she's interested in, and then she's scared to, like, pursue it because the last person that she was with, like, wanted sex, and she didn't want that. And, like, this is like a sci-fi game where she's, like, she's your mechanic on your ship.
Wow.
But if you go talk to her, she's like, I just like this girl, but I don't know. Like, and so you help her with her love life is like her plot line. You can like give her advice about like how to talk to this girl that she likes. It's really sweet.
Is it good advice?
And I've gotten. Well, you can also be a fucking dick to her, which I like. You can kill
Press
the girl
A
that
for
she
that's
likes.
not real. Don't believe that, but that's
so funny.
Program in that.
Oh yeah, you could be such an like. There's a whole like plot line I had to record where you like go and kill her girlfriend and she's devastated.
Oh my God.
It's really awful. It's really terrible. But yeah, you can be really sweet to her and give her good advice and be like, just try. Like, you never know. Just be honest. Be yourself. Like, it's really the spectrum is there though, because it's if any listeners that are gamers know it's an Obsidian game, and any like they made Fallout. So you could just go and kill whoever the fuck you want. Like, you can destroy entire plot lines before they start.
I need you
just
to
by killing
send me
people.
like a list of games that I need to play because I'm like not in it anymore. Like, I'm playing old games because that's when I was like into it and I knew, but like I don't know anymore. So like I need some games.
Can I also request at the bottom of this list? You were saying that you feel like a lot of games now are made for people who already play games. If there are games that you would recommend for someone that's like wanting to get into it, but like I keep not because I'm like bad at it.
You know what you sound like? You sound like for a friend. Like how would I like talk to? Like I have a friend who's like having a lot of trouble talking to girls. But for her, like, what's the easiest thing that like I could do to like just talk to a girl?
So funny.
you-
It's so
okay,
the
so the
opposite,
two
though. I'm like
games-
theoretically, like I don't know, I'm kind of nervous too, but I want to like sit in my room and play video games. But like I don't know if I can do that because I get so much pussy. So like if there's like anywhere I could like start. Like my friend is just like really trying to like go like inside. You know what I mean?
Not a woman, like their house.
No, yeah.
So the two games that you played are Nintendogs and Super Monkey Ball 2. Okay, great. Okay, this I can formulate a
A
little
Spotify
else I
recommendation for someone who's never listened to music.
I've heard the Yo Gabba Gabba theme song and the national anthem. Where should I start?
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Oh my god.
That was epic. I think we. Oh my god! I think we just did Hall of Fame level best riffs ever together. Oh my god, that was so funny. Yo, theme song.
Oh, that's excellent.
I I'm trying to think like there's like other games that I've like played for like a half second. Oh my god, I on the Oculus headset. See, I don't know what they're called. What?
Got it. Oculus.
No, I'm just laughing because this episode is so stupid. Like, there's been some really important things said, but more
Oh
than...
my god, yeah, who in your entirely gay autistic fan base is gonna relate to this?
Totally.
Bitch, there's dollar signs flying up around the room. We are on the money. This couldn't be me. This is exactly what this podcast is about. I fucking love it, dude.
It's actually great. Like, this is such a very clearly a core part of both of us, and we never talk about it. I never talk about it. Ever.
Being a gamer?
Yeah, but I really should.
It's great. Like I said, there's so many games now, I think, that are like, there's a lot of queer representation now in games. It's really amazing. Like, there are a lot of indie games.
Wait,
that have
can you
queer
rattle off a
representation.
few just so people know, like, what they can... I mean, obviously yours first. Like, what... You said this was Mass Effect, or...
So, Horizon has queer representation. It takes a while to get there, but it does.
That in and of itself is queer representation.
That was great.
Life is Strange. I'm literally just saying the games that I'm in right now. Life is Strange, The Outer Worlds is the one that I was just talking about. But there's a game my friend just... I'm literally gonna look up what are the gayest games.
Yeah,
and then
we
give you
really should. Like,
recommendations.
because, like, I feel like this could be helpful for a lot of
I feel
people.
like Life is Strange would be on that list. That's long been.
Yeah, Life
like
is
a
Strange
pretty
is really on that list, I
celebrated-
think.
It's pretty long been a celebrated queer like representation.
Queer
Cool.
title, yeah. Oh yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 has gay representation in it. Stardew Valley was one I was gonna maybe recommend to you, Maddie.
Oh my god, wait, I think I've actually played that.
Have you played that?
Or I've heard of it and I
Yeah,
had a
that's
friend
a
who
game
played it.
for you.
Is that the one where
That's-
it's like an aerial view, you see the patterns in the map
Yes,
and you make
and
them
you're
into
farming.
shapes and like
Oh,
wait, no, I'm thinking of a different one. Wait, what is Stardew Valley?
Stardew Valley is a. This is how
you bring up a
it's so
picture for
embarrassing to be a gamer. It is a farming simulator where you run a farm
Yes.
and you can get married.
So funny because conservatives are farmers and we were like, well, it's like a farming simulator with gay representation.
I know. What I just said is why we are in the America that we're in.
Oh, let's go.
love this
Wait,
game.
okay, yeah, I have heard of this. Dude.
Yeah,
It's
very popular.
Great.
game.
And you can be male or female, and you can marry anyone. Well, there's like bachelors and bachelorettes, but you can marry anyone if you're a woman and anyone if you're a man. Like, it's not. I think it doesn't matter which gender you are. All the men really suck. They're all bad. And the women, like, it was so clearly made by a guy that's like, sure, women like this, right? And it's this like jock that like negs you. I'm like, no, no.
That's such a
but-
funny perspective on why men they are the way they are in media, because it's just other men being like, I wish I was this guy. He's awesome.
Truly.
And-
like, they're all duds. It's like a guy that lives with his mom and skateboards. It's like, it's all bad. But then the women, they're interesting women that you can marry in that one. So that's also a queer game.
Let's
Technically.
go. Okay,
Yeah.
sick.
And I didn't cut your story off, did I? Did you have something specific you wanted to say? I don't remember. I kind of lost the thread.
I was just talking about the fact that so many characters that I've played have been queer.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, it's just interesting because I came out. I don't remember when I came out now. But everyone that when I came out, because I came out like on Twitter before Twitter was a fucking cesspool, and everyone was like, "Didn't you do this already?" It was the response was like, "Yeah." Wait, what? Like, why are you? I thought you already. Oh, are you okay? Like, it was there's no surprise.
Do you think people
like
assumed you knew you were queer because you were playing queer characters?
maybe? Yeah, I think maybe because like also I got started doing this like sketch comedy YouTube show with my brother. And I played like an insane version of myself, but she was also like always hitting on women. So I think people are like, that's just you, right? You
It's like
are a horrible
crazy version
person.
of me that's like totally me, but she's gay.
What do you think about that?
That would be like
What do
crazy,
you guys
right?
think about
Because that's not real.
Yeah, that's basically the story, I think.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm still laughing about Yo Gabba Gabba in the national anthem.
Oh my
I'm
God.
still laughing about it.
That's an all-timer.
Dude, isn't that weirdly kind of affirming though if you come out and people are like, oh my God, duh. Like I've had some of that
It
happen.
was,
to me,
yeah.
and you're like, wait, really? Like
Who, me? Really? I'm Isn't that obviously queer?
It's different for someone like me. When they're like, duh, it's sort of like, it feels sort of like, why did you're like a fucking idiot for even having tried to stay in the closet. Like what a massive waste of time that was for you. It feels so, it's like embarrassing for me to look back at the time that I was like in the closet.
Yeah,
It
your
gives me
closet
cringe.
was like in a New York apartment, how you just have like an open air like wire rack that you hang your clothes on.
Exactly.
And it's like
Right.
part of the
Classic.
room.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but well, thank you so much. Do you mind if we go to Gabby? Gabby. I'm thinking of Gabba Gabba. Can we go to Maddie to close out the show?
Yes, please.
Maddie, tell us how you didn't have gay sex this week.
Okay, in keeping with the video game theme, and also with what you were saying about like cozy
had a
stuff
dream
for
about
adults.
you.
Oh my god.
I had a dream. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I'm so excited to witness whatever
I
this
had a
is.
dream that you were leaving.
I had
The
a dream that we could be
podcast.
judged by the content of our character and not the amount of pussies that we licked. But continue. Is that horrible?
No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. He would be saying that today. If Martin Luther King were a
Stop
modern
bugging Maddie
day,
about fucking a girl.
no, but I mean, like, if he were like an influencer advocate, like activist, because maybe there's no activists anymore of that level because they have to make money on the
They
internet.
have to be on
To run
TikTok.
ads.
Yeah. So, but like, if he were,
Oh, that's
my God.
bleak.
he-
Wait, but I do want to know. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
the
I do
dream
wanna know
was
this
that you were leaving the podcast. You were like weeping because you just booked SNL, but not only did you just book SNL, but you hooked up with a woman and felt like you couldn't do the podcast anymore because, no, I'm not even joking. This is my dream and I just remembered it. You couldn't do the podcast anymore because you had kissed a girl and you were like, what else am I going to talk about now? Like what I talk about is not hooking up with women, and now that I've hooked up with women, and also I booked SNL, I can't do
So your deepest fear, you're manifesting me not doing well in comedy and not having sex so I can stay here.
That's what I'm manifesting.
You're like, oh God, I just had a horrible nightmare that you had the career you wanted and you got a girlfriend. I'm like, that's awful. And you were crying because that's so bad. That's so bad. Inception, that's bad. Don't do that. That's bad.
And I was like so happy for you. I really was. But then I was like, oh man, I gotta find another one.
That's so funny.
But yeah, oh man, what do you think will happen
so
first?
funny.
You get it. I feel like honestly, you'll get SNL before you kiss a woman. You're so close to getting SNL, and you're so far from kissing a woman. Sorry. Maddie's got some pals on SNL.
Yeah, Emil.
Yeah.
My like best friend is
He's
on
done.
it. Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, a lot of my friends are gay too, so I don't know either way.
yeah, but I'm not gonna
There's
kiss
just
you.
if there were like specific packet submissions for how to kiss a woman, you know what I mean?
Right. If you can make a deck
Yes.
and submit it to interested parties.
Yeah,
Right,
if
right, right.
We
how to
have to go to
format
the
it.
woods. It's nice out. We gotta go.
I do want to go to the woods. I do want to go.
I'm
to
gonna
the
text
woods.
you. We're doing
Okay.
it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. It's a bar. It's not the woods.
Oh, nice.
I also wanna go
It's
to
not
the
the
woods.
literal woods.
Oh,
Yeah, your story.
okay. Yeah. So I touched your knee.
What is your problem? I love you.
Okay, I love you too. I
That's the most me thing I could do. What's your fucking problem? I love you.
oh
What are you, stupid? You're one of my closest friends and I adore you.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, moron.
okay. Well, we were talking about like you were saying like the kind of like coziness and comforting like for adults that like it's sometimes I think like labeled as childish in a way where you're like, why can't I have that now? Like that's awesome.
Right.
I got really into. Okay, let me preface this. You know when something happens, like you're like going through a phase and you're like, this is like fine, this is great. And then you look back, you're like, that was a sign of darkness. That was a sign that something was going
Don't bring that up while I'm playing like 100 hours a week of Final Fantasy X.
hilarious.
Okay?
I got really in, and I feel like this is like gamer adjacent culturally. I got really into like aesthetic desk YouTube videos.
Oh,
And
yeah.
specifically the clacky, creamy, mechanical keyboards.
Yeah, Sam
I'm
is
familiar.
really Sam Morrison is really depressed right now and he's on mechanical keyboard TikTok.
I bought a mechanical keyboard. I ordered one from a company that makes like thocky mechanical keyboards.
The we're having gay sex sign. I'm just for the listener at home who doesn't see, I'm stroking it. I'm just letting you know that you are still listening to the correct program.
I got really into the community of people, like the subreddit of people doing like custom build, like Thocky mechanical keyboards, but they're all like, the aesthetics of it are so like, I feel like gamer adjacent, like custom PC builds, like lighting, like whatever that is, I fucking love it, dude.
Because this is theory versus praxis. Because when you get into, that's like Maddie's
That's
sexuality.
my whole thing is like theory. I'm all theory, no praxis.
Because the
I
thing
love
is,
just like sitting in a room and thinking about
like
shit.
when
And then
you-
Ashley's like, fuck somebody.
yeah, I really am.
And I'm like, but I gotta like, but I have to like tie my gender to, I'm on the Wikipedia page for ontology right now. And once I make that click, I can do it. That's really where I am. Yeah.
So it's like when you buy the cool, like I do this with the cool pens and the cool stationery, the
I
cool
love
notebooks.
cool pens.
Like, and when I
And then
buy this
never
stuff,
journal.
exactly, this is going to make me a better comedian. This is gonna like make me more efficient. That I have this stuff. Oh, yep.
It's really
I'm
funny.
just putting it out there.
It's really funny.
I will
You're
say
into preparation, so you love to prepare.
That's so funny.
but you've gotten the keyboard, right?
I have gotten the keyboard.
So maybe this is the first step.
And I will say, from also like an ADHD perspective, it does kind of make you do more work because you're like, I don't want to do work. And you're like, but I want a clicky clacky. I'll like respond to texts on my like clicky clacky keyboard and my big curved monitor and be like, ooh, I'm logged in. And it's like, whatever is wrong with my fucking brain, I'm like, clicky clacky. Pretty colors. It like makes me do it.
I have not. I've gone viral on TikTok like twice, and one of them is because I was at war with the creamy keyboard people. I was like stitching keyboards and getting so angry at the I was like, it needs to sound like a fucking earthquake. I want it to sound like thunder when I am typing.
Whoa.
I want it to be loud, and people are like, no, creamy is so much better.
Can I
like
very
Creamy.
quickly?
I like the ceramic keys. Is that,
Hold
are
on,
we gonna
I'm
have
gonna
beef?
look up a creamy sound so I know what it sounds like real quick.
Yes, please do.
Maddie, do you have any suggestions?
The ceramic keyboards, like a Thocky ceramic keyboard.
Thocky is the
I think
actual
I like
word.
Thock.
Yeah, Thock is pretty good.
What the? You guys, I hate both of you.
That's a little too like.
It's
I
called-
like creamier.
Ever heard what creamy keyboards sound like? That's what.
Search
by
like
Lil
creamiest
Sush.
keyboard ever
Lil Sush.
and see what that brings up. Because I think
Creamiest keyboard
I'm trying to remember if I, on the spectrum of Thocky to creamy.
And she is, by the way, she has 7 minutes left. So this is, we have chosen.
This is how we're spending it.
Oh, I gotta fight you, Ashley. I'm so sorry. I like creamy.
That sounds the same.
Oh, you like creamy?
Okay, well we have a common enemy because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
It
clacky.
sounds the same to you?
It's like barely any difference. I understand clacky.
It is if you have nothing going on in your life.
Look, some of us play hundreds of hours of Final Fantasy X. Some of us
This will go viral, by
down.
the way. This creamy versus clacky, us doing that right now.
Good, because here's the thing. If you zoom in to small enough minutia, you can make it your whole world. Your world, this is my motivational, we gotta do this like one of those motivational edits. You can make your world as small as you want it to be. Don't
You want
let
a hope
any,
core of this?
don't let, yes, hope core. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to go
Music.
outside.
Just find out.
inside.
Touch grass, touch a keyboard, and spell grass.
Yes. and buy
With your extremely loud keyboard. Not any of that creamy shit.
and learn everything you can about the lubrication and switches that you can customize under a keyboard and learn nothing about yourself. That is the goal. Get so far into a hobby that you never have to look inward or outward at the sun and God.
Questioning your sexuality.
Down at a keyboard. You're not even interested in what you're typing or what you're doing on the internet. Just the keyboard itself. Like when someone loved a woman but they left and now they're obsessed with like the heels she used to wear. It's like you don't even need the soul that's supposed to connect you to. You just
No.
need the keyboard.
The only
let
purpose of
anyone
your
tell you.
fingers should be to spell words on a keyboard. That's it. Don't explore the depths of a woman or the depths of your soul. Just clicky click 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 click. That's it.
You guys literally just perfectly articulated everything that is wrong with the world today. You guys nailed it.
But cherry on top, someone is listening to this, coming out as non-binary, being like, I should change my name to like Thawky.
Wait, clicky, clacky, creamy, or Thawky? Which
Those are
name
the
do you guys
non-binary
like?
Snow
Seven
White
Dwarfs?
of some-
Those are actually the new genders. I identify as Thaki.
She, her, or click clack, whichever is better.
Click clack.
Oh my god, that was epic.
A
Maddie.
non-binary
That was
person
so
being like,
good.
my pronouns are click clack, and they're wearing a tail. They're like, are you a horse?
No, that's clip clop. Don't just misgender them. Oh my god, that was epic, Maddie. That was so good. That was really, truly amazing. That was a gift.
Well, I'm sorry that we're on different sides of the creamy Thawky debate, but truce.
But yeah, truce.
So creamy is just, it sounds a little bit more like the keys kind of blend together. That's why they call it
Yeah, it's
creamy.
like a muted, rounded, like.
The kind of keyboard I like is like an old timey typewriter,
Ooh.
just like thick and like.
Sharp.
yeah.
Each thing is like its own thing.
Yeah.
Wait, I know we have to go so soon, but do you have like a crazy gaming setup?
I'm
That's what you're asking?
What?
We have 3 minutes left. We have talked about finding ourselves, ignoring finding ourselves, queer representation in the video game industry. A list of people to go and look for to help, like, you see representation of yourself.
This is me trying to see representation of myself.
A sick gamer setup? You don't even play video games. This is, again, you're like, I need the setup so that one day maybe I can play. Maddie, just play.
I have a Kirby
There's games
mat under
on
my
here.
Thawky keyboard and like a. I'm playing Pocket Build.
The answer is yes, I do.
Yes.
Is that what you're hoping for?
Yes.
Would you mind
was.
sending us a photo so we can put it in the YouTube?
Yeah, I will. That's all like lit up in different like rainbow colors. It's very clear
so
representation, if we're honest.
All gamer setups look so fucking gay to me.
They're so gay. They are gay.
Yeah.
They're canonically all gay.
Yeah. Well, one more time, plug your stuff.
So please keep an eye out for I'm Happy You're Here. I do a podcast with my husband called Rebrand, where we rebrand shit. We rebranded Dwayne The Rock Johnson as a dramatic actor. We just rebranded fast food. And I do a bunch of voice work and shit.
Yeah.
So,
You're awesome.
yeah.
I loved this.
Dude, it
a
was
great
so
Thank you.
cool
Me
to meet
too.
you.
Super fun.
Where are you?
Thanks for having
where
me,
are you
y'all.
based out of?
LA.
Okay, cool. Just so I one day would love to have you in person.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Anything you want to plug, Maddie?
I have a mailing list where you can come see if I'm on tour in your city. It's in my Instagram. My Instagram's Maddie T. Wiener. And yeah, if you sign up for that, you can come see me at a live show.
My theater dates just went on sale, and some of them are getting close to sold out, so please go check that out. And if you're not on my text alert and you're learning that through here, honestly, no one's learning that through here. If you're not on the text alert, you have not made it this far into the podcast. If you are this far into the podcast, you know my social security number. You have licked sweat off my body, probably.
You know
Not
the
off-
day that she will die.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know who this is for, but if you haven't bought your theater if you haven't gotten your theater tickets yet, please get them. Thank you. Thank you guys for listening. Patreon.com/WHGS to listen. This weekend I had the pleasure of meeting a fan in Boston, a patron in Boston, who in Denver, a completely different city with almost nothing in common with Boston. Low versus high, drunk versus high, tolerant versus bigoted. Are there two cities more different than Denver and Boston? Coastal versus mountains. This is not the gay thought. This is the Denver versus Boston thought.
Mogadishu and Beijing. They're pretty different.
Honestly, fuck you. Listener, go off in the comments. Say, fuck you, Alex. My point is, I met someone in Denver who makes $10,000 a year. This is the most money they've ever made.
Wow.
They donate $1 every month to the Patreon because they understand that I need that money more than them. No, but they value the content. Also, if that's you, I gave them free tickets to the show. Obviously, that's how I met them backstage. Hope I'm gendering them right. Have no idea. Thank you so much for donating. But like, that's who your donation makes this content possible for. They should not be donating. Can 10 of you donate $1 so that this person can stop donating? Like, please. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good week, everybody.